Welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure you guys have already seen everybody doing the full face highlighter challenge. I have been obsessed with watching those videos. So you know, I had to do the challenge myself. I seriously had so much fun today doing my full face with highlighters. I feel like I look like a hot mess right now, but I'm honestly obsessed with it. I'm living for this look. So if you guys want to see how I created this look today and highlight to the gods, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I just finished all of my skincare off camera, so we're going to move on to priming my face. I'm going to be using this newer one from Sephora collection. It is called the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Afterglow Primer Luminizer. As you can see, this primer has a little bit of like a gold reflect to it. It is super pretty. So I'm going to kind of put that all over the face to get my skin ready for foundation. Oh, I love the texture of this. It feels so lightweight so far. And then for my complexion, I'm going to be making my own kind of cocktail of a foundation. I'm going to be using the NARS Copacabana Illuminator and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I'm going to be mixing them on this little Makeup Forever palette that I have right here. I'm going to put like a pump of both, mix them all together, and then put it all over my face. I feel like this is going to make the Ultra HD foundation so luminous and so glowy. I know that this foundation is not a highlighter, but I'm going to be cheating a little bit and I'm going to use like a foundation and a concealer to get coverage as well. But I'm going to be mixing highlighters into them so that I can make them kind of like a highlighted product. So I'm going to start by doing a little bit of the Makeup Forever foundation on the palette. And then we are going to add the glow with the NARS Copacabana Illuminator, which is going to be so pretty. I hope it makes me look like a freaking marble. And then to make my life easier, I'm going to be using a little Q-tip and I'm going to kind of mix them together. You can do this with any products in the world. You can always like add moisturizer to your product or like add a little bit of illuminator. This is a way to kind of build your own customized foundation. I'm going to kind of start dotting it all over my face. So I'm going to be using my Sigma F80 and start buffing this all over. Okay, I cannot with how my face looks already. I already look so freaking dewy and highlighted. I love it so far. And then for my under eyes today, I'm going to be doing kind of the exact same thing where I get a concealer and mix it with a highlighter. So I'm going to go in and use my favorite under eye concealer, my all-time favorite, the Maybelline Master Conceal. This is amazing concealer. And then I'm going to be mixing it with that same NARS Copacabana Illuminator, but I'm going to be using my beauty blender this time, not a brush. So as you see, I have a little bit of the highlighter and the under eye concealer. Let's get these mixed together. Then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm going to kind of dip it on the palette and then start to get this blended under my eyes. I am so excited to see how this looks. This is the part that is going to make me look even more glowy. Oh, just look at that so far. So pretty. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I actually love how this looks with the highlighter in the under eye concealer. Like, you cannot tell me that does not look amazing. It actually gave me coverage, but it makes me look so radiant as well. So far so good though. I'm really impressed with how this look is coming along. Whew, I'm just nervous for when I start to use all the highlighter powders. I feel like that's when I'm gonna start to look like a freaking hot mess, but so far I am not mad at how my face looks. Okay, so it is time to set the face. I know that this is not going to be like a highlighter for the setting portion, but I'm going to be adding highlighters on top of it. But since I'm so oily, I kind of have to use like a setting powder, so I'm going to go in with my Coty Airspun Translucent. I'm not going to be adding as much as I always do because I don't want to like overly mattify my face. I just want to set the makeup. I don't want to make it look too matte because obviously we are going for the glow today, but you guys know that I have to set it or it will be a horror story within like 20 minutes. I feel like this is kind of weird, but sometimes I'll hold the lid of the powder like under my brush to kind of catch it just so it doesn't fall off all over my clothes and make me look like a mess. So now that I powdered my face, I'm going to be using a setting spray. I have another product that's kind of on the newer side, but I've gone through a bottle of this already and I fell in love with it, so I decided to buy a second one. This is another new product from the Sephora Collection brand, which is the in-house brand that Sephora sells. They have a new setting spray. It is called the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Set and Refresh Spray. So I'm going to be shaking this bottle up and spraying this all over my face. Okay, so now that I showered myself in setting spray, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows off camera. So if you guys wanna see how I do my eyebrows, I will link to you guys my eyebrow video, which I will link below and above me in this video, so you guys can click one of the links if you guys wanna see how I do my eyebrows. So go check that out, and I'll be right back with my eyebrows complete, and we'll move on to adding more glow. Alright, so now that my brows are done, we're gonna move on to bronzing up the skin. Today for my highlighter slash bronzer, I'm gonna be using Jeffree Star's King Tut. Got this recently and I am still obsessed, so I'm going to be adding this all over my face as a bronzer. I mean, this is going to be perfect since it's a highlighter. So I'm just using a bigger size fluffy brush and I'm going to be applying that everywhere that I would normally add bronzer. Oh my god, just look at that already so far. That is so freaking pretty. Even though this is a highlighter, I feel like this would work really well for just a normal summertime bronzer. Even if I wasn't doing the highlighter challenge, I would still probably wear this as a bronzer because look at how pretty this makes my cheekbones look. It goes from just boring, plain old flat cheekbones to BAM! Glowy gold reflect. I am obsessed with this. Just look. Ugh. I can't. And then next, to add a little bit of flush to my skin, I'm going to be going in with Jeffree Star's Peach Goddess. These are perfect for this video because these are all highlighters, but I can use like this one as a blush, King Tut as a bronzer, and then Ice Cold as a highlight. So I'm going into my Morphe M320 brush. This is a really good blush brush, one of my all-time favorites. I'm just going to kind of tap it on here, get Peach Goddess on my brush, and then apply it on the apples of my cheekbone and get it blended back into King Tut. And then to add a little bit more sheen to my cheekbones, I'm going to go into Ice Cold on my Morphe 510 brush. I'm going to apply that a little bit higher up than King Tut and Peach Goddess, just kind of in my under eye area, just to lift that cheekbone even more. So now that my cheeks are pretty much done with highlighters, I'm going to go ahead and add a highlighter to the rest of my face, kind of like a setting powder. I'm going to be going into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. These are setting powders slash highlighters, depending on your skin tone. So I'm going to be taking the shade Dim Light right here, which is really, really pretty. I'm going to be using a random, like, e.l.f. fluffy brush. I'm just going to kind of dip my brush in there, and then put that everywhere on my face besides my cheekbones, kind of as if this was a setting powder. So to start my eyeshadow, I'm going to be going back into Ice Cold. I'm going to take a flat placement eyeshadow brush. I'm just kind of putting this color all over my eyelid, kind of as a base, and then I'm going to add some shadows on top of it. And then for my crease, I'm going to go back into King Tut with a bigger size fluffy crease brush. Gonna dip that, and then I'm going to kind of map out my crease area, you know, just to add a little subtle contour to the eye. And then I'm going to be going into the only highlighter I've not used yet from Jeffree. I'm going to be going into Mint Condition. I'm just going to kind of buff it on the bottom lash line and we will see what happens. I seriously look like I'm made of like metal. I look like steel right now. But I'm honestly living for Mint Condition under my eyes. Like, how pretty is this? Okay, then for my lips, I honestly don't feel like putting a lipstick on because I feel like that's kind of cheating. So I'm going to try something for the first time. I'm going to use a little bit of Peach Goddess on a flat brush, and I'm going to kind of apply it all on my lips. I'm kind of obsessed. I never thought of putting a highlighter on my lips, but I love how it looks so far. So now that my makeup is pretty much almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and apply a mascara off camera. Then I'll be right back to share with you guys the final look. So for my mascara, I went ahead and applied the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. And when I was applying the mascara, I realized that I did not bronze my forehead. So before we are done with this look, I'm gonna add a little bit more of King Tut to my temples to kind of bronze up the forehead area, because what's a makeup look without a bronze forehead? I feel like you need to bronze your forehead just so everything looks more cohesive. Alrighty you guys, so this is the final look after doing the full face highlighter challenge. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this. I had a lot of fun creating this look. Remember you guys, makeup is just for fun. It all washes off at the end of the day, and this look is not meant to be taken seriously. Obviously gonna wash my face after I'm done filming. I would never leave the house like this. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. I cannot thank you guys enough for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.